Now, I'm not sure why what's happening is happening. And the thing that's happening is VR modders are getting basically crap for making VR mods and releasing them early so the community can get hold of them and give them feedback. But what's coming up is complaints, right? So today there's been a Batman Arkham Knight VR mod. I think it's going to be third person with a controller, for example. That would make sense. And there's been two BioShock mods, one for remastered, one just called BioShock. I'm assuming it is what it is. And I was very interested in the BioShock remastered. So I messaged the guy who made remastered, and he asked me not to cover it at the moment, which I respect. I got the exclusive of Resident Evil 9, right? And I think that's because I try and work with modders to show games when they're ready. But there's another side to this, right? Is that if you release your mod, right? And this is a crazy conversation because mods are free. When you release your mod, people then feel the right to critique it. And I guess they can help critique something, make suggestions. But what we're seeing is actually like disappointment, anger, people getting kicked out of Discord servers for being rude, just all these negative things about something that like modding wasn't happening now. I really don't know what would be happening for VR some days. Like there's some days in the week, if I wasn't playing a mod, I don't know what I'd be playing. I'm very lucky. I'm a playtester. So I get to play a lot of games that are coming up for you guys and try and make them good. I'm very, very lucky to do that. But if I wasn't doing that and I was just doing this channel, there'll be some days I'll be sitting here scratching my ass thinking, what am I playing? And mods have been the answer. Now, I don't know whether this entitlement to speak to these modders who are doing this for free, just out of passion, like crap, has come from Flat to VR, right? Because before Flat to VR, well, actually, you could say Luke Ross as well. Both of those setups involve money. So Luke Ross was like, I will paywall my mods. Yeah. So at one point, everyone who wanted access to them had to pay. Now I think he's doing something different where if you pay, you get early access, which isn't as bad. And then you got Flat to VR working very hard to bring flat screen games to VR, but they want money for it. They want to be paid for it. So I don't know whether like the community just making mods has suddenly made everyone feel like they can just kick off about a free mod for a game made by someone who's probably new. They might not have ever done it before. And with BioShock today, he basically said, please don't cover it because of the complaints. Complaints. What is going on? Complaints. I'm like, how did we get here? Like, that's crazy. And then earlier in this week, like literally within the last 7 days, Halo Combat Evolved, the new one, is playable in new VR. Halo 3 is playable in VR. Now, I might as well just stop there because you can play ODST as well now, I believe. People out there are making these mods now with AI. And this is going to change everything, right? Where any one of us, if we wanted to, could put the time in and learn to make VR mods, right? BMF has made 3, I think, or 2 or 3 in the last week. Sonic Adventure, he's got working with 6-off controls with the hands. I think he's one of the Medal of Honor games he did. There was another game, I can't remember what it was, but he's making VR mods. BMF, a YouTuber, a guy who studied film is making VR mods. And soon it's going to be a process where anyone can do it and it'll get easier and easier and easier because AI learns backwards. What we put into it is what it learns and we basically make it smarter. So in the end, there's going to be so many games that are going to get VR mods. It might not be that special in the future, VR modding. It might just be a standard. In fact, it might be so easy that developers do it with the launch of the games. That would be really cool. I just wanted to make this video to say, guys, let's just calm down. Yeah. Let's not do this to people who love VR. It's just not right because all that's going to happen is kind of what happened Resident Evil 9 actually, is he's going to have some small beta testers, not release it out to the community and then get it in a really good place and then let like me or someone else show it in a way that he's like, I'm really happy. No one will complain, or there'll be very little complaints. And that is a bit of a shame. I'm very happy to get the exclusive. It's a real shame that the community are making VR modders kind of hide, kind of like remove their work. I can't share this passion project yet because people will complain. And I just wanted to let you know that's been my day today. You know, I feel really sorry for the guy who's made Bioshock. He's just going to do it in his own time. I very much doubt he's going to publicly release any updates for it by what he said to me. The words complaints, you know, and I respect him. If he doesn't want me to show it, I won't show it because all I would do is add more tension, you know, more, I'd give it more interest and potentially bring in more people being negative about it because it is apparently pretty rough at the moment. I just want everyone to sort of wake up, you know, don't be like this. VR needs like all hands on deck, kind of like get through this summer, get through to Christmas. We've still got Steam Frame coming, I reckon mid-August now, which is crazy. I really thought it was going to come yesterday. But since all bets are off, it's going to be, by what I've seen, around mid-August. So hopefully not any later than that. But that would make sense, be the end of summertime. But I want everyone to kind of pull together. You know, if you see someone being negative about a mod, just pull them up. You know, just pull them up and say, listen, remind them that this is a passion project. He doesn't owe anyone anything. This modder doesn't owe anyone anything. And we just need to be supportive. And we just need to try and enjoy this stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen any of this going on. I know not everyone's in Discord. A lot of it happens in Discord. But even on Reddit, the guy with the Halo AI thing, as I said, my take on it is I don't really care. You know, what I don't like about AI is bloody crap videos and stuff. You know, I don't like that kind of thing. But if someone's like using it to code VR mods, that particular thing, hey, I can't get angry about that. I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't care. I've got my own feelings on AI, but it's here to stay, whether we like it or not. And if that's what someone is doing with it, that to me is a positive. Let me know your thoughts about all of this if you want to down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.